Hello everyone, LJ Young back again. If you are new to my channel, I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people get out of debt by identifying what I call glitches in the debt matrix. People in debt, they live in this box, and I'm saying that because I was once there. You know, that's where I lived for years, for the first 40 years of my life, right? Hey, good morning, good morning. Now, HC, how you doing? I lived in this box for the first 40 years of my life, and I didn't even know it. And I always say this in my videos. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt, and then go savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. Okay? It really is that simple, right? But when you see that number, if you're even bold enough to go see the number, once you see that number, you're gonna be like, wow, look at that deep negative number, right? And you're gonna think to yourself, that's too much for me to ever pay off. I want you to understand something. You have no choice but to pay it off. It's not an option. It's not an option. If you don't pay that off, that negative number right there, that is the price of your financial freedom. I promise you. And math and money are one. Math and money are one. The only thing that can separate math and money are feelings. Okay? Remember that. Now, if you don't understand what I mean, this is what I'm gonna give you an example of what I mean. If I asked you, how do you feel about 1 + 1 = 2? How does that make you feel? Happy, sad, glad, make you want to throw up? What you're probably looking at me like, hey, how you doing? It's 85% of America. But when I say, how do you feel about that? You're gonna be like, what are you talking about? And I'm gonna look at you and say, exactly. What are you talking about? When you add your feelings to your money, it makes absolutely no sense and changes nothing. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I will be unlike any person I ever taught you, I guarantee, and I'm not bragging. You know why I'm not bragging? Because I'm only using math. When you hear me talk like that, I don't want you to think, oh, who is he? Why is he talking like that? Oh, he's high and mighty. No, I just know my math is right. That's it. You can verify it too. It's the exact same thing. You'd be like, oh yeah, you're just doing math. That's it. That's it. I am the person you see before you go see your financial advisor. You don't even need to hardly know anything about money. A calculator and know which numbers to put in it. That's it. I promise you, that's it. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know any stock market. You know that little ticker that grows across the screen that looks so fancy. You're like, oh man, only smart dudes must know how to look at that. You won't even have. That means nothing. Okay, that means absolutely nothing. Don't even worry about that. If you don't even know about your own finances, don't even worry about that. That means nothing. Understand your number. You're in a negative, and this is where I come in. Okay, as soon as you realize, like when you look at that negative number and you think it's too big to take care of and you're going to just never mind it, right? You got to think to yourself, why don't I believe I'm broke? That number is clearly showing I'm broke, and I've done this math 5 times and it's showing I'm broke. How come I don't feel broke? Because you believe everything you financed. That's why you don't believe it. Okay? I'm just doing the math, not even, don't, if your feelings get involved, those are feelings again. Say, oh, where do they come from? Yeah, they don't mean anything. Doesn't change a thing. I'm here to answer any and all personal finance questions. If you feel like throwing one up on the board, I'll answer it for you, man. I promise. You'll have the answer. Now I'm gonna bring you guys over what it's like to be debt free. Okay, you're gonna go through my eyes. All right. Once you become debt free, like I have, I see how the whole economy works now. It all works. Taxes are the thing keeping people down. Taxes can help you build wealth. That's That's a myth. All those debt statements. A lot of people make a lot of debt statements, and you don't really realize who is actually saying it, because you don't know about. If you don't know about money, and you hear somebody make a statement about money, and if they have a nice house and car and clothes, you will assume that they must know about money, but they might not. But when on this side of the game, I can hear somebody, the way they just talk about money. I don't know if they have money or not. It's so easy to determine. I just listen to the way they speak. If they talk about, hey, they got a great rate on a finance car, or they got about 3 phones and they only pay, $25 a month for the phones. That's all debt talk. People with money never, ever, ever finance anything that depreciates. That doesn't make sense at all. These are obvious. This is how I teach you. I point out the obvious. When you hear me speak, it sounds obvious because it is obvious, right? When you go and finance a car, everybody says, hey, a car goes down in value as soon as you drive it off the lot. Every time you turn the key and press on the gas, it goes down in value. It goes down in value. Yet everybody keeps financing them. Why do they keep doing it? Does that make sense to you? Why would you finance something that goes down in value? Why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. It goes down in value, and at the same time, you're paying interest on it to the bank. It doesn't make any sense. See what I'm saying? I point out the obvious. This is how I help people. And let me tell you something. If you're a person out there that's making money, that knows how to make money, but cannot figure out how in the world, how come you're not keeping it? This is where I'll come in and help you. I'll make you kill it. Once you understand this side of it, oh God. First, you're going to go about a year of being mad at yourself because you didn't see something so obvious. Nobody will be able to scam you. Nobody will be able to trick you with their stuff. They'll be talking. I want you to believe what I'm saying, okay? And this is how I'm trying to tell you. Money is spoken on different frequencies, totally different frequencies. Again, savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. Now, if you look at that negative number and you don't believe it's you, that's what I mean right there. That's a glitch right there. You did the math. You know it's negative. Negative is under 0, but yet you don't believe it. This is where I help you. Right there. That's it. You figure out that problem, get that to 0, and you will understand every word I'm telling you. You'll wake up and say, why in the hell have I been financing furniture? I've been working all my life and I can't afford to buy a $1,000 cell phone with cash. How come I can't do that? I've been working for the last 20 years. I don't have $1,000 for a phone. I never woke up and thought that. I never thought about that twice. Like I always say, I kept my student loan for 10 years. Why would I keep a student loan longer than I actually went to school? That doesn't even make any sense. And I come out, oh yeah, I got a computer engineering degree. That means nothing if I kept the loan for 10 years. I'm not so smart then, am I? That makes no sense. Hey, what's up, Urban Bros? Okay, cool, man. I appreciate that. That makes no sense. And yet people are walking around calling them bad boys forever loans. Putting them in the back of their mind like they ain't nothing. They are the worst of all. You can't bankrupt them. You cannot bankrupt them. You will be paying with them with your Social Security checks. And people don't even care. I was one of them. I had not a clue. And your late 20s, early 30s, you're probably following into into the collective right now, talking about, oh man, I should be having a house and a car and a couple kids and da da da, falling into the collective, believing that, never stop once, then thinking, wait a minute, why do I have to do that? Who said that? Who says I have to do that? Nobody says that. You're just part of the collective. Then next thing you know, you're having barbecues on Sundays, talking about the same old crap. How many years you've been at work? Sit down, have a plate, watch a game or two, and then start talking about how you're dreading to go back to work on Monday. That's just the same repetitive freaking debt matrix motions, and don't even know it. I did it. And then to me personally, I want you guys to understand, I didn't wake up one day and say, hey, that's the answer. I'm going to get out of debt. No, it didn't happen like that. And honest to God, I don't really know how it happened, honestly. I was just sitting in my car, my Lexus, in my fancy apartment, all that stupid nonsense. And I was like, is this it? So I work at this job until I'm 65, 70 years old. And then I retire and enjoy life. I said, no, that can't be true. That cannot be true. No, that cannot be true. You know, when you go get a new job, they start talking about the retirement plans. And something in the back of my mind used to go, damn, why are you talking about that? Am I really going to be here for the next 30 years of my life? This is what I used to think in my head, right? But I didn't pay attention to that voice. That the voice was saying, yeah, you think you stay here for the next 30 years in one spot for the next 30 years, you're going to stay right here. In this big old gigantic world, you choosing to stay right here. Are you serious? Oh, damn. Really? But it never let me. Okay. And I promise you, every job I get to, I would stay there 3 to 5 years max. Don't know why. Kept making more and more money. I thought making more money was the answer. I said, this will solve my answer. Let me get $50,000 a year. Got there. Guess what I did? Just get more shit. It's so stupid when I think about it today, right? It's just so stupid. And then I said, okay, more money. Let me make 70, 80,000. I get to the 70, 80,000. I'm like, cool, this is the answer. No, it wasn't. I just kept upgrading my shit. I just kept upgrading my cars, my houses, and wondering why I was not feeling like I was supposed to be feeling when I made 6 figures a year, right? I thought I was supposed to be cool, right? And then something just hit me like, it wasn't until I yelled out like, this can't be it. Honestly, this is what I did. I said, this can't be it. I did. I did believe that. That's what happened. I was in my car. I specifically remember that. I said, this can't be it. It can't be. It wasn't. And so I started Googling stuff, and debt came up, and found Dave Ramsey, and he just said, hey, use basic math. He didn't say this specifically, but I'm just shrinking it. Hey, just use basic math on your finances and you'll be rich. I said, and I was like, no way it could be that easy, right? But I did the math, and I was like, I see it, but how come I don't believe it? I said, that's a deep negative number. You know, I start going through all the same emotions too. Oh my God, that's going to take forever. It's going to take him how many years? That would take me forever. I can't do this, that. You know, you just run this whole stuff. And some should have just said, yeah, you're right. It is going to take you that long. So you better get started, because that's your only answer. There is no other option. Stop thinking there's another option. When you live in this world, it's very easy to say no about somebody else's feelings about your money. It's easy to say no. Nope. Oh man, you got this and that. Yeah, I do. You can do this. No, I can't. And I'm not. There's no missing. Hey man, you gonna come to this wedding? Why not? Nope, I ain't got no money. Oh man, you gonna miss so-and-so's wedding? Yes. Why? I have no money to get there. If you see that negative number, that is, if you decide to go to this baby shower, right, and you got to bring a gift, right, and you know your number is in the negative, the only way you can get a present for that baby shower is go further in the negative so you can bring this gift to this person's house so you don't don't feel bad that you didn't bring anything. You see how the feelings get involved in it? Feelings mean nothing. Math could care less about feelings. That means nothing. People feel, look, listen, people with mortgages believe they are homeowners, not understanding that that is only a feeling. They feel like they're homeowners. Being a homeowner is something totally different. That's a feeling. Until the bank gets back all the money that they borrowed from them so they could actually purchase the house, it's the bank's house until then. It makes total sense to me now. I don't know why it did. I don't know why it didn't then. I don't know. But this is what kills me, okay? We just talking, all right? Any questions? All right, anything, man. I'll answer anything with math. You'll walk away knowing something different. It's going to confuse you at first, but just always believe your math. And if you don't, you got to ask yourself, how come I don't believe my own math? You answer that question, you'll be rich. You'll be financially free. Let me stop saying rich, because when I say rich to people in debt, you guys think it means, it does mean a lot of money, but it's not what you think when you're in debt. Okay, it's not like that. I'm gonna stick with financially free. Okay, let's put it that way. You on this side of the fence, right? You'll start to see where you messed up and when you're in debt, because you're doing a lot of things you don't know you're doing. But when you get out of that nonsense, no, they can't say no. You're right, but you have to. And this is, hey, let me jump back to that negative number. This is how you do it. This is how I'm gonna help you guys get over your fear of that. Okay. First, number one, you got to add up all your debt down to every last penny. Yes, a mortgage. Yes, collections. Yes, student loans. Everything. Everything. Because once you see that number, you can never forget it. You'll never be able to put it out of your mind. You won't be able to not know it's there now. Okay. That's the step one. That's very important though. Okay. I know a lot of people are scared of it, but that's number one. Okay. And to verify that, when you do that, when you finally do that, see how many people around you even know how to even have done that. I guarantee you will be the only one. That's another sign. You'll be like, how come I'm the only one that knows the exact amount of my debt? That's a sign. There's a reason for that. I forgot my train of thought. Oh, the negative number. Okay. When something like that, when somebody asks you to borrow money or to once you know this negative number, okay, you got to remember, if you give them that money, you got to add whatever you gave them. You got to add that number to the negative number going down, so you're digging yourself deeper in the hole. So, because if you're in a negative, you have negative dollars. I know you can feel the money in your hand, but it's really not real. That money is not real for people in debt. They just believe it's there. Okay, that's a trick. You're adding to that negative number. It's going to take you that much longer to get out of debt, to get back that money. You hope that person gives back to you that you just gave away, because this is what you're really forgetting. In order for you to earn that money, you have to use the time in your life to go and earn that money. So you're taking the time out of your life, something that you can't get more of ever from nothing, nowhere. You can't borrow from anybody. You're giving it to whatever price you decided to give it to this business for, and you're giving it to a person, and it's adding to your debt. That's how that works. That's real. All you got to do is the math. And each time you think about that, it'll help you say no. You'd be like, oh, is this person going to probably give this money back to me? Probably not. How many hours did it take me to earn the time out of my life to earn that $100? Ooh, yeah. No. But once you're on this side of the game, I have no problem saying no. I don't care if people think I'm an a-hole. It doesn't matter how they feel. Those are feelings. The only thing that can separate math and money are feelings. They're like this. You can't use one without the other. They're like this. And then you mix feelings in there, and feelings start saying, "Oh man, you can do that. You can do this. Oh, come on, don't make them feel like it." And you're gonna stay broke. You want proof? Do the math. Prove it to yourself. If you don't believe that negative number, come back and see me, and I'll tell you why you don't believe that negative number. Even though you do the math. I keep saying this. You do the math. You got to look at the math and say, how come I don't believe my own math? Let me go back to Debt Ain't My Daddy. He said I'd be back. Yes, you will. I'm not even bragging. I'm not bragging. This is what something else any questions? Any questions? This is something else I didn't see. You know how people brag about how many years they've been at a job? Oh, I've been here 20 years, 30 years. What if I told you that means absolutely nothing? That means nothing. That means absolutely nothing. That only means something to people that believe that. Each time you get your check, your contract is, hey, 2 weeks, 1 week, whatever. They give you a check that is business, okay? It's nothing personal. Here's your, hey, thank you for your work. Boom. You're paid. It ends. I mean, each time you get a new contract, I don't care how many years you've been there, and then all of a sudden, if the factory closes down or whatever, they'll be like, hey, what happened? I've been here this many years. So what? Have you been working there for free? No. They've been paying you, right? Yeah. So they don't owe you anything after that. Nothing. But yet people believe they do. I believe that. Have no idea. Well, I know now. I was conditioned to believe that way. I'm gonna tell you something else. Let me tell you another thing that is so obvious. I'm here to tell you the obvious. This is how I help you. This is how I help you. It's not to be rich. It's nothing is hidden. That's the biggest trick of all. Nothing is hidden. Now you know how the majority of people are scared of the IRS, right? Oh my God, I might get audited. You know, audits are random and all this other stupid. No, it's not. It's not random. People in debt have a pattern. They do things that only people in debt do, and it's obvious, but they don't know it's obvious. That's why they're scared of the IRS, because they don't even know the rules. The IRS lays out the rules. Hey, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. It's in writing. Don't do this. You can do this. Sometimes you can go around and do this and do it this way. You know, it's all rules. All you gotta do is pay attention to the rules. If you knew the rules, you wouldn't be scared of the IRS because you knew you follow the rules. It's that simple. Like you sports fans, right? When you get ready to get on the court or the football field and you're getting ready to play a game, are you nervous about what the referees might do because you don't know what they might do? You're not even thinking about them. You know why? Because you know the rules. This is no this is no different. The reason why the IRS would be auditing you because you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing or not doing it right. Who knows? But there's a reason why they're coming to see you. They're not going to come see. They already know what you're doing. Okay. Oh, this is how easy. I'm telling you, this is how easy it is. I'm not an IRS agent, but I'm just saying this is how easy it is. They see you doing a pattern, and then don't bother you. And you keep just digging yourself in there, thinking you're getting away with it. You start getting more and more comfortable. Oh, I've been doing it for years. Yeah, we know that too. If I was working for them, yeah, we know that too. And then they come knock on your door. Oh no, why are you here? What do you mean? Why are we here? What are you talking about? Explain that. Then they're going to come up with the same cockamamie stories that the majority of people in debt come up with. It's that simple. The person that's doing the scam, they always think they're the only one doing it. It is just the stupidest nonsense to ever think like that. Out of billions of people on earth, you think you're the only one doing it. With 85% of Americans in debt, you're not the only one doing it. I promise you. You're just doing it. You probably added a little something, or you think times have changed. I mean, times have changed, but you know, you go, oh, we got more technology. No, it all traces back to money. Why else would you be doing it? You're doing it for money. If it wasn't no money in it, you wouldn't be doing it. See how it works? It's so simple. It's obvious. But yet people it's just it's this is what you'll see. This and I want you to understand money's not scarce. If you can see a company making billions of dollars, what do you mean? All you have to do is think, wait a minute, damn, that company's making billions, that company's making billions, they're making millions, there's plenty of money. You just got to understand how to speak the language. You have to understand the money frequency. You do. You got to take your feelings 100% out of your money. Now, can I say 100%? Once you have money, you can actually put your feelings back into it because you'll know if you want to donate to people, help people. You'll know who to give your money to. It'll be obvious, right? And if I didn't, I would just do a little research or have somebody look it up just to make sure it's valid. I don't necessarily need to know all that, but you'll know what to do. You're not just blindly giving, like when you're at the grocery store and they say, hey, would you like to donate to so-and-so, so-and-so? And you're like, oh, I don't want. And I'm telling you, here's where feelings come in. And it's a smart business move, okay? They say it loud. Hey, would you like to donate to so-and-so charity so the other customers can hear it? And people get it. Oh my God, I can't have them feel like I didn't donate to this charity that I know nothing about. And then they just donate. Now, if you know you're in the negative, your money's in, okay. This is when you'll know. Once you get that negative number, right? You know it in your head, right? And you get caught up in one of those situations, and you'll know that negative number you have in your head. Hey, would you like to donate? You got to think to yourself, if I donate this money to this charity, I got to add it to that negative number. No. And you'll look at the people behind you. No, I'm not donating to the charity. Nope. Mm-mm. And you look like I dare somebody to say something or look at me funny. I don't care. I don't care because only other people in the debt matrix care about things like that. Thinking they can't be looking poor or broke, or I can't drive that kind of car. I gotta have this kind of car so I can afford $500 a month payments. That's just the stupidest nonsense. You're only impressing other people in the debt matrix. If you're making car payments, you don't say it out loud that you're making car payments ever. You don't know if people like me are around you. Don't be proudly saying, like a lot of people in debt, they like to proudly boast about how high their car payment is. Oh, it's only $1,000. That ain't nothing. You have, and you know what I think? I say to myself, you have no idea what you're saying out loud. $1,000 a month on a depreciating object? Are you insane? Financing a car is one of the worst things on planet Earth to do. Why do you think there's so many car lots? Just look around you and be like, damn. What's that latest big ass car lot? What's the name of that car lot? I mean, they're growing like cars something. Cars. Their car lots are so big. They got so many of them. But they're huge. The name will probably come to me while I'm talking, but they are big. And these car lots are making money. You know why? Because people are financing cars. They'll roll. If you're upside down in another car and you come in and trade it in, they'll roll that money that you owe into the new loan. God, I don't even know how that's legal. Oh, I don't even know how that's legal. They'll roll that into the other loan. You're already financing the depreciating object, and then they take some more money and stack it in there and just make this bigger loan. And then you are so far upside down, you gotta pay to get out of that car. You can't even sell it because you owe by $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 over its value. Oh my! Oh, I had that happen to me once, you guys, and I'm thinking about it right now. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, And even when I was caught up in that, I remember the feeling I had when I was caught up in that. And I just remember being like, oh, I just feel like I'm just buried in this car. So it took away the nostalgia of getting the car. I was just like, damn, man. I'm just looking at the car, and I was trapped. I was literally trapped, but I thought I was in debt, and I knew I didn't have the five, six, $7,000 to get out. Mm. Ooh, that's horrible, man. I ain't gonna lie, that's horrible. That shouldn't even be legal. And I'm telling you, this is the truth. What I'm telling you, and then you got these. It's all business, and anything I say about them would call them a name. That those are feelings, and really, the feelings don't have anything to do with business, right? Let's just say I personally could not do this to people. All right, let's just say it that way. I personally could not do this to people that just don't know. People that are upside down in cars, they allow other side finance people to come in and refinance cars and stretch the months out, but the people that's refinancing the car are happy because their monthly payments are lower, not realizing now they're wrapped up in this car for probably six more years or something like that, some ridiculous number at 29.999 percentage rate. They don't even realize they're getting even buried even more, but they believe since their payment is lower, they're saving money. Now they got more money to spend on other stuff. It's just a vicious circle, and they don't even know it. And people say it like it's nothing on Facebook. Oh, I just refinanced my car, got a great interest rate. I'd be like, oh my God, you have no idea what you're saying in public. And they will argue with you sometimes. I don't even argue with people no more. I don't do that. Sometimes I used to get into financial rooms, right? And not many people will know this type of knowledge that I teach, okay? And it's just basic fifth grade math, nothing more than that. Nothing. If your finances are not zero, you won't understand what I'm saying. It's just basic math. I get in there and try to tell, oh, you don't know nothing, this and that. I'd be like, I'm just using math. What are you talking about? You know what they say to me? These financial gurus. Oh, it's not black and white like that. Yes, it is. 1 + 1 will always equal 2. That's black and white to me. 10 minus 5 will always be 5. That's black and white. It's either right or wrong. It's not, oh, this circumstance. Oh, what about this circumstance? That means nothing. Those are all feelings. That if you choose to do it that way, go ahead. But it doesn't change the math until further negative. That's what feelings do. Feelings bring you down in the negative. That's all they do. I teach you how to. I. It's almost. Let me give you an idea. It's almost empowering because when I go in those rooms and I try to kind of just I'm just sharing. I say, hey, I'm just coming in here. I'm not coming in here to convince. I'm just coming in here and sharing. They still try to jump all over you because they don't want to accept that is true. Because each time they start blabbing on all that, oh, what about this percentage rate and this return and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And they don't pay off the student loan because it's this interest rate. When they're done, I go, hey, but is my math right? They have to say yes. Because if they don't, they'll look like a fool in front of everybody. Because they'll know I'm right. I'm not even bragging. Oh, you think you're this and that? No, I just trust my math. That's all. That's it. I'm not nothing special. I promise you, it's that easy. You know how to, with this type of knowledge that I teach you, you'll know how to pick the right financial advisor, the right lawyer, the right doctor. You'll know how to pick them. It's crystal clear to see who does it for money and who does it for passion, who does it because they're deep in debt now. They have to hold up this image. So now they're just charging ridiculous prices just to gouge you because they got to keep up with their lifestyle. You know how to decipher through all that. All that. And you're probably thinking in the right account, you're probably thinking, how are you going to do that, Linnell? I'll tell you how I do it. I say, hey, if you want to work with me and my money, I need to see your personal credit report, your personal one, especially an accountant. I want to see your personal credit report. Because if I'm hiring an accountant to balance my books, their personal finances better be looking the same way. Why would they not? That doesn't make sense if they were not. You're gonna balance my books, but you're deep in debt. Also, debt dictates how people work and what they do, and you don't have to believe it. It doesn't matter. But if an accountant's balancing my book and they don't know how to balance their own, sorry, you're out. Next, your work better match your personal finances. Yeah, that's how I do it. Your credit report better look like my personal credit report. That's it. If it doesn't, sorry, we can't work together. Why do you think businesses pull your credit report when you borrow their money? Just do what they do. There's a reason. There's a reason why they're doing it. And it's not just to look at their credit scores, to look how much debt they're in. Credit scores, credit scores are just indicators. They don't mean people have money, they know how to manage money. No, it doesn't. A credit score says, hey, if they have a high credit score, you know what that usually means? That usually means they pay back the bank's money on time. That's it. They're just friendly with, hey, the banks, hey, this my score says the banks like me. That's all it, nothing more than that. A lower one says, oh, I don't know how to manage money well and I don't pay the bank back their money on time. That's it. So, okay. All right, he's not good either. But the biggest thing is you go in under the credit score is how much debt they're in. If the guy that has an 850 credit score is $500,000 in debt, there's no way in hell I want that credit score. Keep that. But you have a guy with a 500 credit score, he's about $10,000 in debt. I'll take his all day long. $10,000 to be free. Here you go. I'm free. Credit scores only mean something to other people that believe in credit. That's it. Credit's just a business. It's a tool. For people in debt, it's designed to keep you confused and in debt. It doesn't confuse people that are not in debt. I know exactly what it's for and why. Why would I do that? Oh, this is why I would do that. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, no. Like for example, a bank wouldn't dare offer, like if I was going to get a mortgage, right? A bank would not dare offer me an FHA mortgage. That would be an insult. They would know not to offer me something like that. And they're like, oh, no, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't do that. Without even talking to me, they would know. How do they know this? By your credit report. Not just your credit score. I promise you. I tell you what, check this out. And you probably never been able to do it. If you've been in debt, you would never know to do this. Okay. You would never know to do this. If you had, say like you had a 600 credit score, no debt, and $100,000 saved, and you walked into a bank and you had a 600 credit score, do you believe that person would get turned down for a mortgage? Even with that credit score, I guarantee you they get the best interest rate and the best mortgage with a 600 credit score. No debt and $100,000 down on I'm gonna keep the number small. $100,000 down on a $200,000 house. Okay, let's just say 50% of the house. Do you think the bank's gonna say, no? No, they're not. They're gonna say, oh, this person knows exactly what they're doing. Okay, here you go. I know this is what the bank is gonna be like. Damn, I know I ain't gonna make that much money, but I'm gonna make something. Yeah, and the person that manages money knows the bank's going to make something too, but it's going to be the minimum. It's not going to be anything. It's not going to be anything like FHA stuff, all that PMI, MIP, and mortgage dues, and all this nonsense in there. That's for people that don't understand that they can't afford a home. Ain't that harsh to hear? I know it's harsh to hear. I know it is, and it's not meant to be. It's just math. It's not a good thing that you don't have 20% to put down on a house or barely anything, or if you have to borrow from friends and stuff. That's a very bad thing. I know they make it sound like it's a good thing, but it's a very bad thing. If you have to borrow money from family and friends to buy a house, that means you have no money to buy the house. Do you understand? Those are signs. Don't feel like a failure for not having the money. Just think to yourself, damn, he's right. How come I don't have the money? How come I'm borrowing the money to buy a house and then I get the house and I believe I'm a homeowner, though I had no money to even put down on it in the first place? Be honest with yourself. And then stop and think and look around and see how many people are doing the same thing that you're doing and saying the same things you're saying. See how many people are saying that? Just look around and be like, damn, he's okay. He don't know how much debt he's in. I'm the only one that knows how much debt I'm in. He don't know. He's guessing. He doesn't know. Then come back and see me and say, damn, he was right again. Yes. It's in plain sight. Everything I'm telling you is in plain sight. Everything. Everything. Nothing is hidden. Honestly, I got to tell you, okay, and I'm getting off. I've already been 40 minutes on this thing. I want you guys to understand that IRS, taxes, that's the backbone of the whole system. That's why penalties are so harsh. That's why tax evasion is so harsh. It's the backbone. Don't look at it like a bad thing. Take the time to understand the rules so you can understand what it means, why it's there. People in debt are the only ones that are scared of them because they don't take the time to understand those rules. Once you're on this side, you understand. I clearly see why it's there. Oh, that's why you can go to prison if you do that. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Ah, God. Okay. That's why I can't owe $100,000 to you guys. And not, yeah. If they let people get away with that kind of stuff, it'll break the system. It'll snap. You can't. When you're on this side, oh no, you can't do that. Mm-mm. No, that can't happen. You can't do that. You gotta. Just because you don't understand the rules, you think you can just break them? Oh no, you gotta take the time to understand the rules. You're gonna understand them. It's up to you how you're gonna understand them, but you're gonna understand them. It It's like because people in debt think they're the only ones doing it. Not clearly seeing 85% of people are in debt, but they think they're the only ones trying to skip out on it. It's just the stupidest nonsense. It makes no sense at all. Nothing. Just because when you're in debt, you believe it's that's causing you to be in debt because they're taking so much money and this and that. And da, da, da. Not even looking at your own habits, financing cars and diamond rings and furniture, just financing everything and believing it's yours. Oh man, it's them damn taxes. Okay, it can't be you, right? You refuse to believe it's you, even though you see trillions in credit card debt, trillions in student loan debt, trillions in auto loan debt, and you still believe it's the tax system or whatever the nonsense people believe. I'm laughing because I was in it, man, and I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Oh, it's horrible. You guys come see me. I'm on 45 minutes in. This is my passion. I really don't even care about the minutes. Hey, you come on these. This is how I'm gonna do it. I'm trying to put time restrictions on it. I ain't doing that no more. I'm just telling you guys how it is. You like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. But if you do, share it with your friends. I'm the person you see before you see a financial advisor. Before then, I give you the basic knowledge. When you walk in, you have the basic knowledge that no one can ever deny. They can't deny it. Nobody can say, no, your math is wrong. They can't say it because if they say it, they're going to be admitting to you that they don't understand how it works. That's exactly how it works, okay? If you add up your negative number of all your debt, get that negative number, take that number to your financial advisor, walk in his office. He's gonna say, hey, I'm glad you're here. You hand him that number, you say, hey, I added all my debt. That's my large negative number. If he says anything outside of, he still continues on to say, hey, but when you get your money, you should invest in this stock, this, that. this in your 401k, a percentage of this, 15% in that, when you start talking all these numbers, all you got to do is stop and say, hey, stop in mid sentence and go, hey, if I'm in the negative, what money am I using to invest in all that stuff? I'm in a negative. I can't say just like this. That's mathematically impossible for me to invest negative dollars into anything. So the match, the percentage, 6% of the negative 6%. What is that? That's nothing. I'm matching negative 6% because you invest negative dollars, you stay in a negative. It doesn't mean anything. And he's going to say, you say, how does that affect my math? He should say, you know what? You're right. That's what he should say. You're exactly right. You're right. You can't invest negative dollars. That's 100% mathematically impossible. You're right. But if he says anything outside of that, that's not the financial advisor you want to be with. Because you got to go, how come he believes I can invest though I'm seeing a negative number? How come he believes that? This math is not wrong. Go add up the numbers with about 5 of your friends. See if they come up with the same number you come up with. And then you go, that's 5 people that I gave my information to, and they all came up with the same number that I have, but yet my financial advisor still believes I can invest with negative dollars. That doesn't make any sense. That's the key. That's the light that should go on your head and say, whoa, wait a minute. If he doesn't know math, he doesn't know me. He can't help me. He can't. He's doing it for something else. And business, hey, it's business. Now, mind you, I'm not knocking their business. I'm just saying, for you, business is business. How I feel, what they do there, that's a feeling. That has nothing to do with anything. Okay, I don't want you to think I'm mad at them for doing it, or I should be, oh, you guys are angry. I'm angry. You guys shouldn't be doing that to people. No, I'm not saying any of that. Those are feelings. That has nothing to do with business. I'm saying personally, I couldn't do that to people. I would say, nope, the only person you need to be investing in is you. That's the only thing. You're in the negative, you don't invest. You have no money to invest in anything outside of yourself. You got that? Who says that? I'm not even saying that. Math says that. And if you don't believe it, you got to ask yourself, how come I don't believe my own math? How come? That's when you come back and see me. All right. You guys have a wonderful day. All right. Have a good one. Bye.